Welcome, welcome. Very happy to meet you again. And we'll try to keep on with debating. So yeah, last time there was a little bit too much blah blah from my side, sorry. So we try to debate from the start. We'll share the screen and we will go on. Okay, so today we will speak about entities. So we spoke a little bit about that last time, of course. And okay, just start to play. Okay, the very start. Lots of lay people like us debating, yeah, so pleasing for His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Yeah, the best offering. Well, I guess you don't know the difference, sorry, well, I guess you don't know the definition of object. Uh-huh. What should we reply? Who wants to speak? That's the very, very first answer from the defender, yeah? Yeah, okay, so we give you some help. So the defender will say the reason is not established, yeah? That's the very first answer to be given, yeah? Okay, in that case, yeah, when we address like this, yeah? Okay, so it follows that you know the definition of object. Yeah, you're checking in your notes, yeah? You're not even listening to me. Yeah. Because the time when the challenger will ask you to posit the definition is arriving soon. Okay. So it follows that you know the definition of object. Accept, of course, you know it. Yes, posit. Oh. So I'm not sure if you have the chart of established base, the chapter where you find definienda or definiendums and definitions of established base, existent, object of knowledge, object of comprehension, and so on. Yeah. So just to tell you that the definition is that, yeah, okay, posit the subject, that which is known by an awareness, le Rigpar Jawa in Tibetan, yeah, that which is known by an awareness. Okay, that's the definition of object, yeah. Okay, then it follows that the subject, that which is known by an awareness, is the definition of object. Yeah, everybody agrees? Because that's exactly what we said, what the defender just said. Yeah. Accept. Okay. Yes. Okay, it follows that the subject, rabbit horn, is an object. Oh, what shall you reply? What could we reply? It's a two-part consequence or three-part consequence?
It's a two-part consequence, so
Yeah.
we can reply except or why, but
Yeah.
here it's good to apply why.
Ah, so Zigrunla will say why. Who would agree with Zigrunla?
I agree.
Yes, Palavila. Thank you. Who would dare to disagree with Zingrunla and Palavila? So yes, yeah, rabbit horn is an object. No, yeah, so we say why. Yeah, okay, okay, good, very good. So it follows that the subject rabbit horn is an object. So the challenger is explaining that point. He could choose not to do so, yeah, but he can do sometimes. Okay, so it follows that the subject rabbit horn is an object because it is the object of a thought consciousness. Do we have a two-part consequence or three-part consequence?
Three parts.
Yes. Trila, yeah? Welcome.
Yes, I'm sorry. I am in a meeting now, so I cannot.
Okay.
soon. Yeah.
You can do 2 times at the same time. Wow, that's wonderful.
No, I mean, I'm waiting for another meeting. And while
Mhm.
waiting, I'm here, but I have to go in 5 minutes.
Trila is a perfect illustration of one entity, different isolates. Okay. Yes. Okay. So 3-part consequence. So you can choose your answer. Yeah. It follows that the subject rabbit horn is an object because it is the object of thought consciousness. So the first job of the defender is to check the property of the subject, yeah? Because it's a 3-part consequence. Okay, so is the subject rabbit horn the object of a thought consciousness? That's what we have to check first, yeah?
Yes, it is.
It is for Royla, yeah? It is. It is because?
Because it is a thought.
Yeah, you mean that the subject rabbit horn would be just a thought?
Yes, it is just a thought.
Yeah, so because the thought exists, it follows that the subject rabbit horn exists.
I agree.
Okay, so the subject rabbit horn is not a non-existent.
It exists as a thought form.
Okay. So it follows that the subject rabbit horn exists because it exists as a thought.
I've forgotten the definition of existence.
Ah, yeah. Who has it? Who would help us? Who has the definition of existent? Checking on Wikipedia,
That
Google.
which is observed by valid cognition.
Yes. Zigrula, much better than Wikipedia. Yes, exactly. Observed by valid cognition. Yeah. Okay. So is the subject rabbit horn observed by valid cognition?
So
No,
Or-
can I?
it isn't. Sorry,
Sorry?
sorry.
Yeah,
Please
can
go
I
ahead.
ask? Sorry, I would just want to ask: is imagination a valid cognition? Because we know that there is imagination. Everybody imagines Harry Potter.
Yes.
Is that the imagination fiction? Is fiction valid cognition?
Hmm. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, very good question. Okay, so we could say that if it is if it exists only in the imagination or only as in the fantasy, it doesn't exist. Yeah, if it is just we would say in the Sotrantika, we would say it's a mere imputation. The subject rabbit horn is a mere imputation. Yeah, so the point is that if we ask, does the mere imputation, like the thought, exist or not? So if we say yes, the concept exists, but the horn of the rabbit is not supposed to be a mere concept if we believe that it exists. Yeah. So yeah, the point is that when we have horn of the rabbit, we imagine horn of the rabbit, but yeah, it exists only as a fiction, yeah, as you say, Palavila. Yeah? So if it is only a fiction, it doesn't exist in reality. Yeah. We would say it's a mere imputation, torpe tartsam, a mere imputation by thought consciousness. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
So that the point would be like this, yeah. If we say that the challenger could be a bit vicious and say, okay, if the rabbit horn is a concept, the concept exists, so the rabbit horn exists. So the point is there, yeah. So if it's a concept, it has to be known by an awareness. Yeah, that which is known by an awareness is the definition of object. Yeah. So if we say that rabbit horn is a mere is the concept itself, the concept exists because it is known by an awareness. But rabbit horn cannot be known by an awareness because it's not an object. Object is equivalent with existent phenomenon and so on, yeah? So it's just a point that could be made, yeah? So that's why Yonzin Purbuchok in his lyric would say that a non-existent is not the object of the thought consciousness, is the object of apprehension of the thought consciousness, apprehending it. Ranzin topet zintan kigül. Yeah, he would say like this. Ranzin topet zintan kigülina zintan kigülin makya. If it is the object of the mode of apprehension of the thought consciousness apprehending it, it's not necessarily the object of the mode of apprehension. It's not necessarily an object. Yeah, because object means existent. So it's just a technical way to say if it exists only for fantasy, for imagination, it doesn't exist. As Palavila says. Yeah? Very good. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. So the answer would be the reason is not established. Yeah, the subject horn of the rabbit is not the object of a thought consciousness. But it is the object of the thought consciousness apprehending it. Yeah, imagining it, fantasizing it, we could say. Okay, very good. Very good. So no perversion. If we say no perversion, there will be some kind of problem. Okay. Then another point. Well, I guess that you know the definition of phenomenon. Oh. So I think you maybe, yeah, of course
Accept.
you are nothing, of course, because you know the definition of phenomenon. Yeah? Yes, accept. Thank you very much. I accept that I know it. Yeah, sometimes to go quicker in the debates, they would say like this. Yeah, you par deux. Yeah, they would say like this. Yeah, it's just a tiny point. Okay. Was it the definition of phenomenon?
Bearing its own entity.
Sorry, hey, one
Bearing its own entity.
Oh, wow, wonderful. Very nice. Yes. Okay. Yes, the checking on Google or in the the subject that which holds its own entity, yeah. Ranging mo zimba in Tibetan. Okay. We could say yes, that's very important because every phenomenon has its own entity or holds its own entity. Yeah. We could say that when we say entity, we can say also nature and essence. In general, they are equivalent. Yeah. In Tibetan, we would have entity ngo, then nature would be rangshin, and essence would be dagni, but they are equivalent. Yeah. Okay. We will dive into that today. Yeah. Entity, one entity, and so on, different entities. Okay. That which holds its own entity. Yeah, that's the definition of phenomenon. It seems that it comes from Acharya Vasubandhu in his Abhidharma Kosha. There is a very beautiful book. This one. This one is Reading Buddhist Sanskrit Texts, and you find a quote from the Abhidharma Kosha, and they say, Swalakshana Dharanat Dharmaha. So Acharya Vasubandhu says, it is a phenomenon because it holds its own characteristics or its own entity. Yeah, it holds its own characteristics. Swalakshana Dharanat Dharmaha. That's beautiful, yeah. So it means that it has to exist by its own characteristics. Yeah, it has to exist by inherently. Swalakshana. That's beautiful. Yeah, so that's the object of negation of the prasangika. Yeah, so the more we know the sotrantika, then the more we can dive into the prasangika madhyamaka. That's beautiful. Okay, so that which holds its own entity, yeah, that has to be known. Yeah, okay.
So, can I ask a question?
Yes,
If
please.
when we say no phenomena that holds its own entity and it has intrinsic nature,
Yes.
but the intrinsic nature is not five aggregates.
So it depends on the phenomenon, on the imputed in phenomenon, yeah. So if we speak about the person is imputed independence on the five aggregates, more or less the five aggregates. But if it's another phenomenon, it's not necessarily the case, yeah.
I
Like,
see.
yeah, for instance, uncompounded space cannot be imputed independence on aggregates, yeah, because it's a mere negation, for instance, yeah. Yeah, because in one sense that's the absence of the aggregates, but that would be not enough. It's the absence of the form aggregate in one sense. It's the mere absence of obstructive contact. Yeah, tore kakpe cha in Tibetan, yeah, or tore kakpa tsam, yeah. Okay. So yes, when we speak about the aggregates, there would be the basis of imputation of the person, yeah, when the aggregates are included within the continuum of the person, yeah. Yeah. Very good. Okay. So then it follows that no phenomenon can be one entity with another one, would say the challenger. So is that a two-part consequence, a three-part consequence?
Two part.
Two-part consequence, yes, exactly. So who would accept? Who would say why?
Why?
Why for Chavila? Who would take a decision? Iwanla?
Why?
Why? So we have two why. Yeah, the club is growing. Who would say accept? Not easy. Not easy at all. Okay. So, okay, it follows that because we just said before that the definition of phenomenon is Ranging Wodzimba, yeah, that which holds its own entity. Yeah, so every phenomenon is necessarily the exclusion of what it is not. Every phenomenon, each phenomenon is the exclusion of what it is not. Not easy to speak about that during Christmas Eve, yeah, with the family, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So,
So I'm sorry. The you just mentioned non-composite space is phenomena,
yes.
and I would say every phenomena is one with non-composite space because we are all like every phenomena is actually sitting inside non-composite space.
Okay.
So how then I can't say that that is two. It's I mean it's actually two if you want to separate out the form phenomena out of formless phenomena, but there are two phenomena all the time, at least.
Yeah. So, so you would say that if I repeat, it follows that if one phenomenon is within another one, then they are one. Like for instance, a monk is in a temple, it follows that the monk is one with the temple. Yeah.
And that's right. Yeah. I That was a mistake.
That's okay. Yeah, that's so precious to make mistakes. So precious. And sometimes so funny, but not now. Yeah, sometimes we have funny discussions. Yeah. Okay, very good. So, yeah. Okay, so that's around that point, yeah, the class today about one entity, different entities, related as same entity, and so on. We try to go towards that direction. Yeah, okay. So it follows that no phenomenon can be one entity with another one. Yeah, we would say why. Yeah, exactly, like Chavila and Hiwonla. What is that answer? Yeah. Okay. Oh, that point is important. Yeah. We found in that book, Losal Nyeparko Dure Namshak Riram Mije Chijawa, opening the eye of the path of reasoning, yeah, that we can find. I think maybe in Japan Learning, I'm not sure. But the definition given in page 199 is ngo chipe de yede. Munsun la nanduruna sosor min no et tadepe che. Yeah, the meaning of one entity is different phenomena which wouldn't appear separately if they were suitable to appear to a direct perception. Yeah, so it means that for the direct perception, if the direct perception is not able to distinguish them, they are one entity. Yeah, okay. So that's a first point that we saw before, but now you have the official definition, one official definition in one sense. Okay, I will share the slides after, yeah, then you can download them as well. So it means that the direct perception is the boss in that case, is mainly the boss. Of course, thought consciousness is important as well, because thought consciousness is able to make the difference between the table and its color, yeah. But for the direct perception, where you see the table, you see the color of the table. Do you agree with that? And where you see the color of the table, you see the table, yeah? Okay, so it follows that your eye consciousness is not able to distinguish them. Yeah, they appear to the eye consciousness, but they don't appear separately. Yeah, they are one entity. Yeah. Even more, we would say they are one substance because they are both impermanent. They are one entity and they are both impermanent, so they are one substance. It's a further point, yeah? But the meaning is relatively the same. Yeah, is that okay for everyone, that point? That the table and its color, they are not one, they are different, yeah? The subject, the table, the subject, it follows that the subject, the two, the table and its color, they are not one.
Yes, I understand that.
Yes, they are not one because
Color is characteristic of
yeah,
the table.
yes, and the table is characterized by the color, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Yes, so the characteristic and the characterized phenomenon are necessarily different. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And in that very case, even the table and its color, they are more than different. It follows that they are contradictory. It follows that the subject, the two, the table and its color are contradictory.
I agree.
Yes, Chavila, yes. Yungrunla as well, yeah. Yuwonla, yes. I see many, yes. Okay. Yes, very good. Okay. They are contradictory because?
Because a table is not I keep forgetting the definition, but a table is not a hue.
Yes. And
And they are character and characterized.
yes,
Mm,
yes, exactly. Yes,
okay.
that's nice. Yeah, if they are characterized phenomenon and its characteristic, they are necessarily contradictory. In one sense, yeah. Like yeah. Yeah, sometimes we have difficulties with the way we verbalize. Yeah, like for instance, we would say table and impermanent. They are not contradictory, but table is the characterized phenomenon and impermanent is the characteristic here. So table is impermanent, but table is not its impermanence. Yeah, because the table's impermanence is an NACP, and table is a form. Yeah. So table is impermanent, but the subject table is not its impermanent. Yeah, do you follow me? Wow, very good. No, you won't laugh. Okay, because impermanence, usually speaking, we could say functioning thing. Yeah, functioning thing is an NACP. Yeah, do you remember what is an NACP? Okay, who remembers?
A non-associated compositional factor. It's
Yeah.
neither form nor consciousness.
Ah, so horned rabbit is an NACP.
And it's
because-
existent
Okay, so uncompounded space. Uncompounded space is an
and
NACP.
impermanent.
Okay. So yes, it has to be a functioning thing which is not form and not consciousness. Yeah. Yeah. Zushe kanru maimbe ngubo. Okay. A functioning thing which is not form and not consciousness. Yeah. Okay. So impermanent is a functioning thing, yeah, which is not form and not consciousness. Okay, but for a table is form. Yeah. So table and its impermanence are contradictory because table cannot be an NACP, cannot be a functioning thing which is not form. Yeah, good. Still table is impermanent. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Wow, wonderful. Some final points to ponder. Yeah, wow. Okay. So the direct perception will decide, would mainly decide if two phenomena are one entity or different entities. Yeah. Okay, like the seed and its sprout, they are one entity or different entities?
Different entities.
Different entities? Yes, different entities. Everybody
Yes.
agrees? Okay. It follows that the subject, the seed and the sprout, they are different entities because
They are not appearing to direct perception at the same time.
okay, okay. So if they are not appearing to direct perception at the same time, they are necessarily different entities.
I think one is cause and one is effect is another argument.
Yes, it's another argument. Yeah, if we say one is the cause and the other is the effect, but we could say, okay, yes, it's a good argument for the Sotrantika and higher, but if I decide to be a Vaibhashika, I would say I would say that cause and effect can coexist. Oh, like as well in the Abhidharmakosha, yeah, we find a division in a terminological division into 6 kind of causes. Yeah. Okay. And among them, you have coexistent causes and effects. Like for instance, you have the mental factor, feeling, for instance, and the mind, and the main mind, which has that mental factor in his retinue. Yeah. Okay. The Vaibhashika would say they produce each other because without the one, you don't have the other. Like love and marriage, would say Sinatra. Yeah. Okay. So I think there's no need to transcribe my jokes, my bad jokes. It's just a loss of time. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, so the Vibhashika would disagree with that, yeah, with what the Sautrantika say, but that's okay. It's just a point that I don't want to confuse you. But one day, if we dive into more details about conditions, causes and conditions, yeah, you can find in pointing the way to reasoning, yeah, there is a very, very fine discussion about that. Okay, so then for the Sautrantika, that's a good answer, yeah, Paravila, to say, because one is the cause and the other is the effect, yeah, they cannot appear together. If they cannot appear simultaneously, if they exist and they cannot appear simultaneously, they cannot be one entity. Yeah, okay, because they have to appear separately. Very good, okay. And another answer, what could it be? I heard another answer as well, no? Maybe Zingrunla.
I said they are not appearing to direct perception. They are phenomena that are not appearing to, that cannot be separated by direct perception.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Very good. That's the same meaning, yeah, as telling that they are cause and effect. Very good. Wow, you follow perfectly. That's very nice. Okay, so it follows that you know the difference between the two different entities. Mm. Yes, you know.
Except
I know that you know, and you know that I know that you know. Okay. Okay, accept the Grula. Yeah, okay. Different entities. So watch how we do when the challenger is asking us to compare. Yeah, like among contradictory, equivalent 3P, 4P, we have to choose, yeah. So the first job is to check what?
if there is any common base.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Okay. So well, it follows that, okay, that you can posit the difference among contradictory equivalent 3P, 4P between the subject, the two different entities. Yeah, so I let you check a little bit. So Zigruna already accepted, so Zigruna will give the first answer. So yeah, different is okay. I can debate like this. Yeah. Okay. When it follows that you know the definition of different.
Diverse phenomena.
Yes, diverse phenomena. It follows that the subject diverse phenomena is the definition of different.
Except
Okay, very good. And it follows that you know the definition of different entities.
phenomena which are diverse entities.
Yes. Very good. The short definition, yeah, given in the chart. Very good. Yeah,
Okay, it's a phenomena that can be separated by direct perception.
yes, exactly. Yeah. I think it gives a little bit more meaning in that. Yeah. 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 The short definition, yeah. Yeah. is good as well, but a bit too brief maybe. Okay. So yes, if they were to appear to a direct perception, they would appear separately. Yeah. Okay, very good. So it follows, Zingruna, that you can posit a common base between the two different entities.
Pot and pillar.
Wow, pot and pillar. Wonderful. Yes, okay. I put two cups, two pots, two cups. Yeah, red cup and red cup. Okay, no. Yeah, two cups or pot and pillar. Yeah, everybody agrees? the subject, it follows that the subject, pot and pillar are different.
Except
They are different because,
they are diverse phenomena.
yes, if it follows that if they are diverse phenomena, they are necessarily different.
Except,
We said diverse or diverse in English, just to be sure.
I don't know.
Okay.
Diverse.
Ah, yeah, thank you. I was not sure. Okay. So it follows that if they are diverse phenomena, they are necessarily different.
Except,
Okay. It follows that the subject diverse phenomena is different. Aha.
I'm not sure about that.
The subject
Both.
different phenomena, it follows that it is a definition.
Yeah, I accept.
Okay, so it follows that if it is one definition, it cannot be different.
Accept. Yeah.
Okay. So it follows that the subject diverse phenomena is not different.
Except,
But it is diverse phenomena. It's necessarily different.
except.
Wow, wonderful. Wow. I'm so impressed. Okay, very good. So it follows that the subject, the two, pot and pillar are different entities.
Except
Okay, they are different entities because
if they appear to a direct perception, they can be separated.
yes, exactly. Okay, wonderful. Everybody agrees? Yeah, nice. So what could be different without being different entities? So in informal debate, I would say it follows that it is not the case because you cannot posit an illustration of that which is different but not different entities. So the reason is not established. So it follows that you can posit the illustration of that which is different but not different entities, except posit.
What about parts of a whole?
Sorry,
Like petals of a flower.
yes.
Petals are different entity. Flower is the whole entity. It is a different entity from petal, no?
Yes, the flower and its petals are one entity. Yeah, because when your eye consciousness is apprehending the petals, your eye consciousness is apprehending a flower. Yeah. No.
Yes, but it is different entities, no? It's multiple entities existing together.
Okay, so the petals themselves. Yeah, the petals
Yeah.
themselves are different entities from themselves. Yeah. Because the parts, like we would say, like the okay, like the right leg and the left leg of a table, yeah, the front left leg of a table and the rear right leg of a table, they are necessarily different entities because our eye consciousness is able to distinguish them, no? But the parts, the legs and the table, they are one entity. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So, okay. So they are different, but they are not different entities. Yeah? The legs of the table and the table, or the petals of the flower and the flower. Yeah? Okay.
Agreed. Yeah, I
Yeah,
see.
very good. So like for instance, functioning thing and cup. They are different. Yeah. Do you agree? It follows that the subject, the two, functioning thing and cup, they are different.
Except
They are different because
they are diverse phenomena.
yes, okay, or they exist and they are not one. Yeah. Yeah, okay, very good. Okay, or because they have 3p and so on and so on. Yeah, okay, very good. Yes. So the subject, the two functioning thing in cup are different, okay? And follows they are not different entities.
Except
They are not different entities because
the direct perception cannot separate them.
yes, exactly, yes. Where you see a cup, you necessarily see a functioning thing, yeah? Okay, so they are one entity. We could say they are one substance, yeah, because both are impermanent, cup and functioning thing. Yeah, they are one substance. Okay, Zeyeux, yeah, okay, very good. Very good. So what could be, okay, where is the camera? Okay, so it follows that it's not the case because you cannot posit an illustration of different entities which are not different.
Except it's not possible, I think. I think if it's different entities, it's necessarily different.
Yeah, yeah, so it's good to accept. Yeah, it follows that you cannot posit an illustration. Yeah, there is no illustration. Yeah, so accept. Very good. Very logical. Yeah, very good. Yeah, German intellect. Very precise. Wow, so good. Okay, then, so it follows that it's not the case because you cannot posit something which is not different and not different entities.
Reason is not established.
Okay.
What do you have to answer? I forgot. But for example, a rabbit's horn, they're not.
Yeah. So that's interesting because when we speak like this, an illustration has to exist usually. So that's weird, yeah? That's weird in the debate that we ask for an illustration and we give a non-existent, for instance. Yeah, that could be a kind of debate. Yeah, okay. Okay, drop it. So yeah, okay. Good. So you would say horn of the rabbit, yeah? That's a beautiful blue horn of the rabbit, no? So it follows that it exists because you can see it. Okay, so it's only an image of a horned rabbit, not a horned rabbit. Yeah, okay. So it follows that the subject non-existent is not different. The subject rabbit horn, it's not different.
Yeah, except
Okay, it's not different because?
it's not a phenomena.
Ah, so it's not a phenomenon, it's necessarily not different.
No.
It's non-existent.
If it is not, yeah, exactly. If it is not existent, yeah, maybe I said wrongly. Yeah, sorry. It follows that if it is a rabbit horn, it's necessarily not different.
Yes, accept.
Okay, it's not different because?
Because it does not exist.
Yeah, so if it does not exist, it cannot be different. It follows that if it okay, sorry. It follows that if it doesn't exist, it cannot be different.
Yes, accept.
Okay, very good. And the subject, rabbit horn, is not different entities.
Accept.
Okay, wonderful. So we have 3p between different and different entities, yeah? Yeah, okay, very good. Okay, so functioning thing and cup, they are different and one entity, yeah? Because you can find some common base between them. Okay, so that was a tea break among Tibetans in the Tibetan style. Okay, and now we have what is written there? I cannot see. Okay. So, well, I guess that you don't know the difference between the two, one entity and related as one entity. Oh, that's a bit a bit more crunchy. So we have like this, the difference between the two, one entity and related as one entity, or that's the same. Yeah, that's another way to say that. One entity and related as one essence. Yeah. Okay. So I prefer one essence, related as one essence, because it's more, it's closer to the Tibetan. They would say Darni, dark cheek gel, yeah, dark cheek gel, yeah, and Darni cheek gel. Yeah? So in Tibetan, it's more essence than entity, but the meaning is exactly the same. Yeah. Okay. So the problem is when we say related as one entity, it could be confused with one entity, being one entity. So that's why I prefer personally use related as one essence. It's less confusing. Okay, so the difference between one entity and related as one entity or related as one essence, we saw the first point, yeah, just before, yeah, different phenomena which wouldn't appear separately if they were suitable to appear to a direct perception. Yeah, okay, we saw that before. Yeah, okay, then related as the same essence or entity with functioning thing is defined as that which is different within the same essence with functioning thing and eliminated by the force of the elimination of functioning thing. It means that when something is related as the same essence with something else, if the something else doesn't exist, then the first object cannot exist as well. Like we could say, table and functioning thing, they are one entity. Okay, so we know that, yeah. Table and functioning thing are one entity. But only table is related as the same essence with functioning thing. Because if table disappears, functioning thing survives. But if functioning thing disappears, then table could not survive. Yeah, because the category is bigger, of course, than its instance. And if the category disappears, the instance disappears. But if one instance disappears, cup doesn't disappear for at all. Yeah, do you agree with that? Okay, so that's a very strong distinction that is made here in order to understand some finer points in Tariq when we study maybe one day logic, yeah, more in depth. Then we can see that we will use that terminology, yeah, related as the same essence. Yeah, we will see that one day. Just to tell you that we find the distinction sometimes, and sometimes the distinction is not really explicit. Yeah, in some textbooks, yeah, for instance. But this one is very, very specific and very, I would say, very precise. Okay, so is it okay for everyone what I'm telling now? The difference between one entity on one side and related as one entity or related as one essence, as the same essence. Yeah, we can try to debate that maybe. Yeah. So what do I find here? Okay. Okay, very good. Very good. So, okay. Okay. Good. Good. So, if you had to choose between contradictory, equivalent, 3P, and 4P, between A, which is one entity, and B, which is related as the same essence or related as one essence. So try to remember that one entity means different phenomena suitable to appear to a direct perception, and they would not appear separately to that direct perception if they are one entity. Yeah, like a table and object. Yeah, table and object are one entity. Yeah, okay. And now you have related as one essence. Yeah, it is different within the same nature with that phenomenon. And if that phenomenon doesn't exist, then the first one cannot survive. Like apple and fruit. Yeah, apple is related as same essence with fruit. So difficult? Oh, okay, so. So then if there is no common base, they are contradictory, yeah? If you find common base, it could be equivalent 3p or 4p. So who would say what? Or maybe it's not really clear what they mean, what both.
Now I'm thinking like if we need to find a common base, it has to be something which is kind of synonymous because the one has to entail the other and the way around.
Yeah,
But
that would be,
I'm still thinking if there would be something.
that could be a good way to find an answer, yeah. Yeah. For a common base, yeah.
Could it be like phenomena and impermanent phenomena?
Yes, for instance, yeah, phenomenon and impermanent phenomenon, for instance, yeah. We could have like 3p and yeah, yes, we would have, it would be a common base between the two, yeah. I would agree as well, yeah. Equivalent 3p, yeah, very good. Okay, like for instance, if we have an illustration of a common base, something like something easy to grasp in one sense, yeah. What could we give as items that are one entity and they have also a relationship as one essence? Something specific, like equivalent or 3p, what could you give?
Can I say stone and rolling stone?
Stone and rolling stone, yeah. Stone and rolling stone, yeah. It's 3p, yeah. Yeah. So it follows that the subject, the two, stone and rolling stone, are one entity.
True.
Okay. They are one entity because
Uh, a stone is an entity because it comes together in nature, and so therefore.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could say that wherever we see a rolling stone, we necessarily see a stone. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Yeah. So it means that the direct perception. For direct perception, stone and rolling stone appear and don't appear separately. Yeah. Very good. Okay. And so they are also an illustration of related as one essence. In one sense, in what sense? How are they related as one essence? I give you the slide back for that point. where was it? Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. So if you have the definition here, yeah, you would be able to give where goes Rolling Stone and where goes Stone. Who is related as same essence with who?
Rolling stone is same essence as the stone.
Yes. Yes. The subject Rolling Stone is related as the same essence with stone. Yeah. Because it is different within the same essence with stone, and it is eliminated by the force of the elimination of stone. If stone doesn't exist, Rolling Stone cannot exist. Yeah. But the way around is not possible. Yeah. So the subject stone itself is not related as the same essence with Rolling Stone. Because if Rolling Stone disappears, stone doesn't disappear at all. Do you agree with that? Okay.
Yeah.
So we could say that the instance is related as the same essence with the general category, or with the generality, we could say. But the generality itself is not related as the same essence with an instance of that. Yeah, because when an instance disappears, of course, then the generality doesn't disappear, it survives. Yeah, it's just a further point that we can see, I guess, in one page of debate in Tibetan Buddhism. I guess it's according when we study the causes and effects. In the very beginning of the chapter, there is a point made by Daniel Perdu, and he says that according to Acharya Dharmakirti, we have two types of relationship. Only two, yeah. Either it's related as the same essence, or it is related as that which is a reason from that. Yeah, we have two kinds of relations. Yeah, related as. We have tadatmya sambandha, which is this one, related as the same essence, tadatmya in Sanskrit, and we have tadutpati sambandha, related as that which is a reason from that. Yeah, it's a causal relationship. Yeah, so we could say that if two phenomena are related, either they coexist or they are sequential. If they coexist and they are related, then they are related as the same essence. Yeah. If they are sequential and they are related, then they are related as that which is a reason from that. Because there are only two possibilities. If two phenomena are related, either they are simultaneous, they coexist, or not. One exists before the other. Yeah, do you agree with that? I don't see the cams. Yeah, if two phenomena are related, either they coexist or one exists before the other. There is no third possibility. Yeah, do you agree with that? Okay, so if two phenomena are related and they coexist, then one is related as the same essence with the other. Yeah, and if they are related and they don't coexist, then they are related as causality. Yeah, they are causally related. Wow, that's why we have, for positive phenomena, we have in one sense, two types of valid reasons of nature, because the two phenomena used are coexisting, or valid reason of effect for the relationship of causation. Yeah, the causal relationship. Okay, that's just a further point, but you can put it aside for now. Yeah. Okay, so we can say that yes, the rolling stone and the stone are one entity. but only the rolling stone is related as same essence with the stone. Stone itself is not related as same essence with the rolling stone, because if rolling stone disappears, stone survives. Wow, very good. Yeah, we will have more about that when we study the generalities and instances. Yeah? Okay. Of course, if all instances disappear, can the generality survive? No, says Chavela. For instance, the dinosaurs. If all the instances of dinosaurs have disappeared, the generality dinosaur has to disappear. For the Buddhist philosophy, yeah, in some non-Buddhist philosophy, like the Nyaya, the Nyayikas, for instance, or the Vaisheshikas, for instance, they would accept that the generality can survive. It's, yeah, okay, it's just another tiny point. Okay, so drop it now. Okay, so that's just for now. So do you have any question regarding what we've done today? Yes?
I keep remembering some things about like time,
Yes.
like you just mentioned that it becomes a causal effect if it's not existing at the same time.
And if
right?
they are related?
Yeah, if they're related. So me 1 week ago and me now, right? It's
Yes.
the causal effect, although because it's not existing at the same time, but I am a same entity. Like I was having a little bit of difficulty trying to see what is the bigger pervasion, one entity or related as one essence.
Yeah, what is the bigger pervasion? So we could say that, yes. Okay, we could say that if it is related as the same essence, it's necessarily one entity. But if it is one entity, it's not necessarily related as one essence.
So one entity will be like a bigger perturbation, I guess.
Yes, exactly. Because okay, pot and form, they are one entity. Yeah. Okay. So it follows that form is one entity with pot. And pot is one entity with form. Yeah. But form is not related as one entity with pot, or is not related as same essence with pot. Because if pot disappears, form survives. Yeah. Yeah. So it follows that form is one entity with pot, but is not related as same essence with pot. But pot is both. Pot is one entity with form and is related as one essence with form. Is that okay? No, I'm going too quick. Okay, okay, okay. I will repeat. Yeah, because pot is one instance of form. Yeah, yeah. So if pot disappears, form still exists. Yeah. So only pot is related as same essence with form, but form is not related as same essence with pot. Because if pot disappears, form doesn't disappear. Yeah. Okay. Still both are one entity. Anyway. Because if both appear to direct perception, they cannot appear separately. That's why they are one entity, yeah? They are one substance. Wow, fantastic. Really fantastic.
So one entity and related as one entity is 3p. then.
Yes. And what is the perversion?
If it is one entity, it is not necessarily related as one essence. But if
Yeah.
it's one essence, it's necessarily related as one entity.
Uh,
No, if it is if it is one entity, it is not necessarily related as one essence. And
Yes.
if it is related as one essence, it's necessarily one entity.
Yes, wonderful. Yeah, bravo, Zigula. Fantastic. Wow. I'm so impressed. Yeah, we have people joining now when it's almost over. Okay. Cześć tyle, Tula. Cześć tyle, Polinala.
Yes, I'm sorry. Now, just now my meeting was done, so I need to.
Okay, good. Very good. So we discovered that existential news today, 3P between one entity and related as one essence. Wow. Yeah, that's very important for, as we said before, for logic. Yeah, at some point there is something related to that. Okay. Just to say that sometimes we have finer points. Yeah? Okay. So it follows that we found 3P between related as same essence and one entity. Okay. So you can use it to illustrate something which is both one entity and related as same essence.
Is that part and form?
I could say, okay, some new illustration. Sorry, I was not precise enough.
Apple and fruit.
Yeah, that one is not so new. It was the previous one.
Blue and color.
Yeah, blue and color. Okay, the subject, the two. It follows that the subject, the two, blue and color, are one entity.
Except
They are one entity because
they cannot be separated by a direct perception. And
yeah.
their phenomena, diverse phenomena.
Yeah, otherwise, yeah. Okay, very good. So there are different phenomena suitable to appear to direct perception, and they would not appear separately to that direct perception. Yeah. So the subject blue and color are different phenomena that are suitable to appear to direct perception, and they would not appear separately. If they were suitable to appear to direct perception, they would not appear separately. Yeah. Okay, very good. Or we could say the subject, the two, blue and color, are one entity because they are one substance. If they are one substance, they are necessarily one entity. Yeah, because in order to be one substance, you need to be one entity and both impermanent. Okay, very good. So the subject, the two, blue and color, they are one entity, okay? And it follows that they are one the subject, the two, blue and color, are an illustration of related as same essence. Yeah. So was it the relation?
Blue is related as one essence with color.
Yeah, the subject blue, it follows it is related as same essence with color. Accept. It follows it is because I give you the definition. I will share.
If it is blue, it's necessarily a color, but
Yeah, here.
if it
Yeah. So the subject blue is related as same essence with the color because it is different with it the same essence with color and eliminated by the force of the elimination of color. Yeah. Blue is different with it the same nature of color. It is the same entity with color. Yeah, that's what they mean. They are different within the same essence or within the same nature or within the same entity. Yeah, the subject blue is different within the same essence with color and eliminated by the force of the elimination of color. If color doesn't exist, blue cannot survive. Yeah? Is that okay? I'm sorry. Sometimes I give you so many confusing things. Is that okay? That color is the larger category. Yeah. So if the larger category disappears, a smaller category cannot exist, cannot survive. Yeah. If fruit disappears, apple has to disappear. But the way around is not correct. Yeah. So that's why the subject color is not related as the same essence with blue. Do you agree? Yeah.
I'm sorry, I did not get it here. So for the second part of this definition, then yeah, if we eliminate color, then blue would be eliminated. But
Yes.
then blue and color different within the same essence.
Yes.
What?
Because essence and nature and entity are equivalent. Yeah. So blue and color are different within the same entity. Yeah, they are one entity. But still, when the bigger category disappears, the smaller one has to disappear. Yeah, when they say same essence here, it's just another way to say the same entity. Different within the same entity. Yeah.
But then the definition of this is as the same entity. So blue and color are the same entity.
Yeah, because you haven't seen the previous slide, that's why. Yeah. So I give you, yeah. This is the meaning of same entity, yeah? One entity or same entity. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, different phenomena which wouldn't appear separately if they were suitable to appear to direct perception. So this is the meaning of one entity or same entity. Yeah. Okay. And we have a distinction here. We have related as the same essence, and sometimes it's translated as related as the same entity. So that's why we have to make a distinction here, because it's not the same meaning. Yeah. Apple and fruit are one entity. But only apple is related as the same essence with fruit. Fruit is not related as same essence with apple.
Yeah, there's the order. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, very good, very good, very good, very nice. So we have enough slides for today. I think it's some good material. And next time we will try. I will make the chart because I have it in French of the established base and the equivalent and the definitions. And now I'm preparing also to translate the definitions for Lorik as well, yeah, for if we have one day, and I will send it to you. I have also a set of definitions for Dura, for what we study now, and I will translate them also one day when I will have time, and we'll give it to you. You will have the Tibetan and the English as well. Okay, and next time I will give you the chart. It's not so long, just a few synonymous for established base, for functioning thing, and permanent. Then we can try to describe a little bit the definitions as we did today with the definition of phenomenon, which is
That which holds its existence,
that which holds its own entity.
its own entity.
Yes, very good. That's why we spoke about entity today, yeah, which means entity, one entity, and related as one entity. Yeah. Okay, it was the point today, and I was very happy. Yeah, always very happy to debate with you. It's a great pleasure, and it's lots of merits and wisdom that we can dedicate as usual, yeah, for the long life and how do we say? Eternal good health for His Holiness the Dalai Lama, for the sake of all the beings. Thank you so much. Thank you. and see you next time. Yeah, I will send you the slides. Yeah. Okay. Take care. Thank you for all the work for the transcripts. Wow, it's huge, incredible. To blah blah from me, so we have to cut. Yeah, cut. Especially the jokes. Okay, thank you. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.
Thank you, Christophe.
Thank you, Chavila, for your help. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.